What's up, y'all? Back again with another fly here. This is going to be the egg fly. It's a great pattern for steelhead and trout. So let's go ahead and get into it. Actually, real quick guys, before we get into this video, I need you to comment down below any ideas for future flies that you might want me to tie. Go ahead and comment down below and I will put them in a future video. Thanks. Alright, so this fly is actually super easy. You could probably tie hundreds of these in an hour or so. They are real easy, and they were actually, it was kind of intimidating at first seeing them and using them, and when I started getting into tying flies, I was like, I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they make that fly. But I did some research and found out that it's actually really super simple, and it's a really super effective fly. Catches trout and steelhead pretty much year round, even though, you know, obviously fishing them after the spawn is going to be your best time of year when those fish are feeding on eggs. But I've caught fish on this fly year round. It's a great fly. So first thing you're going to do, get your hook with your bead head, and right here I'm putting a green thread tight wraps for an underbody, and I'm going to take this all the way past the bend of the hook. It's a way that a good buddy of mine was tying them, and I used some and they work great. I've never been able to find them here locally in stores. I've always had the time I own this way, and I swear by it. This is a better egg fly pattern than anything that you can buy in the stores. Not only with that green underbody, but with that gold bead head, it just seems to work great. Even though an egg naturally doesn't have a gold bead head on it, it just adds a little more, I guess, kind of attractant, visual attractant. Same with the green underbody. So after that, you're going to want to get you some yarn, fishing yarn. You can use like craft store knitting yarn or whatnot, but you got to rough it up, get all those fibers separated, make it real fluffy. So just go ahead and get fishing yarn for like salmon fishing, steelhead fishing. It works perfect. Right now I only have one kind. I have pink and orange, which is fine because that's like the best color to use for this fly in my personal opinion. I do tie another version that's pink. It's like that hot pink with a white dot, and I'll put one of those videos up here in the future, kind of showing you my favorite egg pattern to use. But go ahead and secure that piece of yarn. You're going to want 2 pieces total for this fly, one on each side. I've seen guys use 3 or 4 pieces total and completely surround the shank of the hook. But for this fly, 2 is just fine. I like to have my egg sit on top of the hook rather than be completely on the hook. So, and you're not going to want to use a lot of wraps on this. The less wraps you can use, the better. I think in this one I use a couple for the first piece and then a couple for the second piece, and it works fine. So after you get the thread around the yarn, then you'll pull it up and secure it next to that bead head. So there's one wrap, and then I'll take the yarn, put it together, and kind of make it all one piece. Before I do that, grab the whip finish tool and get that thread secured right behind the bead head, and then snip it off. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'll work that yarn, getting it all, turn it from 4 separate sides to one consistent piece, kind of like cotton candy. And snip it right there. And then that's basically it. All you're going to do now, I mean, you could probably leave it just like that and get away with it, but now you're just going to pretty much give it a haircut, shape it into a round shape like an egg. And then I want to make sure that that bead is showing, and then that tail is, the green thread is showing. So trim it away, make it the shape you want, and that's basically it. Like I said, you can do a round all the way around the hook, but this one seems to work really nicely, so I continue to tie them this way. But yeah, that's basically it. Just trim it up, get it the right shape you want. And you want to do a little bit at a time. You can always take more off. You can't put more on, so do little by little. Just like that. That's an egg fly. Got the video a little better quality. Relocated my station, so now it's not as blurry and nice and bright. So that's gonna do it for the egg fly. Super simple. Run this with a woolly bugger or steelhead fly and you will definitely catch fish. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I appreciate you checking in with me. Make sure that if you're not subscribed already, you hit that subscribe button. Drop me a comment down below, like this video, share it with your friends. I will catch you on the next one. You guys take it easy. Thanks.